Hello, everybody. Hello, my dear church family. I miss everybody so very much. I know we all miss one another. I think 100 years ago, I told you that I'm an only child and that my church family is like my extended family. So I am really missing my extended family. But I am going to lead a book study, and this is just my effort of connecting us in a way. I know it's not person to person, but it's the best that we can do right now. And I wanted to tell you about the book, the way I learned about the book. Several years ago, Nikki had rotator cuff surgery, and we were sitting in the doctor's waiting room, and I noticed a book, so I picked it up and I opened it, and in the inside front cover, there was a handwritten note from the doctor, and it said, "Please take this book home. It might change your life." Well, I couldn't bring myself to take the book home, but I ordered one when I did get home, and I read it, and I can't say that it really changed my life, but it did help me with answering some of the difficult questions about why. And I'm not the only one who has a problem with those questions of why. There's so many books out there about it. And just a while ago, Don and Johnny did a book by Philip Yancey, The Big Question, Why? And especially during this pandemic, I know that we all have to say, why do we have this? And why, Lord, is there so much anger and there's so much evil and so much hatred today? It's just unnerving. Well, this book the title of it is Letters from a Skeptic. It's Letters from a Skeptic, and it's by a Dr. Gregory Boyd and Edward Boyd, his father. Dr. Gregory Boyd is a professor of apologetics, and that is someone who studies the it's a study of defending the Christian faith against the objections that non-Christians have about our faith. And it also presents positive reasons for the foundations of our faith. I found it helpful because it helped me to verbalize answers to those difficult questions so that I can answer them for myself, and if I'm in conversation with others, it gives me the verbiage to answer those very difficult questions. Edward Boyd is an atheist, and so Dr. Gregory Boyd writes his father and engages him in a dialogue to help him, Dr. Gregory Boyd, prepare for a debate that he is to have with an Islamic professor or an Islamic scholar. And so Dr. Gregory Boyd poses to his father that he would like for his father to write to him his objections to the Christian faith, his objections and his questions about the Christian faith. And so Dr. Gregory Boyd then answers those questions. And it's done so well because Dr. Boyd, his prayer and his goal is that his father will convert to Christianity. And so it's just done very lovingly and very well, very compassionate. We are going to use something called Google Classroom, and I learned about this from Amy Ivy. Amy did a book study with her fellow teachers last spring using Google Classroom. It is easy to set up. If I can do it, I'm sure anybody can. It's a program, it's an app that you put on your phone, or it's a program that you put on your computer, and it's free. And the way this will work is that I plan to post a video in Google Classroom the first of every week, and then you can watch the video at your leisure. And that came from the Christian Education Committee. The young people on the committee said, we can't really do Zoom meetings because we work and we can't be at a certain place at a certain time to participate in Zoom studies. So this is an effort to connect with more people, so that you can watch the video at your leisure. It's after you watch the video, then you will pose in Google Classroom, you'll post your questions, post your comments about what stood out to you during this, out of the material that we cover. And then also we can learn from each other. I'm not a teacher, I am a facilitator. And so we'll learn from each other, just like in Disciple Bible Study, where I'll see your questions and comments, you'll see mine, you'll see other people's, and so we all will comment and question and learn from each other. The book cost $11.80 from Amazon, and if you would like for Natalie to order the book for you, she can. Also, Natalie or I1 can help you navigate Google Classroom if you need help doing that. It's a new way for us to do things, but it is an effort. It's an effort to be together, even in this way. One thing I forgot to mention is you will have to get the book and you'll have to read the material. It's not one where you can sit down and listen to a lecture, because, like I said, I'm a facilitator, not a teacher. And so you'll need to read the material to participate in the book study. I plan to start the last week in September, and you'll need the book ready, because we'll cover the first lesson on that day, and then you'll have that next week to respond to that first lesson, and then it'll just continue. I'm not sure if it'll last 4, 5, 6 weeks. It depends on how much material we cover each week. Last week I was reading an article, and it said that this pandemic is like, is it an interruption or a disruption? In an interruption, we go back to the way we were before. In a disruption, we don't. And I'm thinking that this pandemic is a disruption. And we're really going to have to find ways to do things probably differently, kind of a rerouting of the way we do things. So this is our effort to connect with a book study, and I hope you'll join me for it, and I really look forward to doing it with you.